Let's talk about consumer behavior. Why do people buy what they buy? And frankly, what moves them? Well, earlier this week, we asked a simple question. Do people make purchasing decisions based more on emotion or logic? Which one do you think? Well, most people immediately say, well, logical. I compare the prices, I read the reviews, I make a rational decision. And I call hooey on that. And while most of the things matter that I just mentioned, they're usually only part of the story. When you really look at consumer behavior, purchasing decisions are influenced by several factors working together. Let's walk through a few of the biggest ones to pay attention to. First, there's emotion. People buy things because it makes them feel something. Maybe it's excitement, confidence, comfort, or sense of belonging. You think about when people buy the newest iPhone. There could be new features, there could be a better camera or a faster processor. But for many people, the decision goes beyond the technology itself. It's about what the brand represents. It's about how owning that product makes them feel. Now, another factor is trust. In fact, trust is a revenue multiplier. Consumers are constantly making decisions with limited information. When people trust a brand, they don't feel the need to evaluate every possible option. Think about buying something online. Are you more likely to purchase from a company you've never heard of or from Amazon? For most people, trust removes uncertainty and makes the decision easier. We've even seen data that says it increases sales. Then there's convenience. Sometimes the easiest option wins. You may know another company has a lower price. You may even know another store has a better product. But if one option is easier, faster, requires less effort, convenience often becomes a deciding factor. Go back to Amazon, right? And we've all paid a little more for something because it was easier. Now, the next thing is familiarity. People tend to gravitate toward what they know. This is why repetition is really important about your brand. Think about Starbucks. When people are traveling, they often choose Starbucks not because it's necessarily the best coffee available, but because they know exactly what to expect. Familiarity creates comfort, and comfort often influences purchasing decisions as well. Another factor, let's just say it is influence. Whether we realize it or not, other people shape our decisions every day. Friends, family members, online reviews, influencers, social media, and customer testimonials all play a role. So don't forget those Google review requests. Sometimes people don't need more information. They simply need validation from others before moving forward. And the last one, there's perception. Two products can be nearly identical and still be viewed completely different. Why? Because branding, presentation, reputation, messaging, positioning all influence how consumers perceive value. In many cases, perception becomes reality. So when you step back and look at all of these factors together, emotion, trust, convenience, familiarity, influence, perception, you start to realize that consumer behavior is rarely driven by just one thing. Most purchasing decisions are the result of several factors working together at the same time, bringing it all together. Which brings us back to our original question. Do people buy emotionally or logically? Well, the answer is both. Emotion often starts the process. Logic helps justify the decision. And everything else influences what happens in between. So I'd like to leave you with a question. I want to hear your comments down below. Which factor do you think is the biggest influence on consumers today? Is it the emotion, trust, convenience, familiarity, influence, perception? I want to hear your thoughts down below. I look forward to continuing the conversation.